This is Jarrod Horak for the RunawayHorse.com, and I have 3 Kentucky Derby points races in my points race video series this week. And this one's for Saturday, January 1st, 2022. Happy New Year. I'm going to do the Jerome Stakes in this video. Now for the Jerome Stakes, it's going to be the 8th race at Aqueduct. It's a $150,000 Jerome Stakes for 3-year-olds traveling 1 mile on the main track. Scheduled post time, 3:50 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have an 8-horse field in here, beginning with number 1, Cooke Creek, 5-2 morning line. This one is your favorite. Back-to-back wins to begin the career at Delaware Park at 5.5 furlongs, and then stretching out to 1 mile. Then last time in the Nashua Stakes, Grade 3 at Belmont at this distance around 1 turn. Stalked the pace, was sitting back in 5th in a 6-horse field, but it was a bunched up field. The pace wasn't super quick, and he ended up finishing a clear 2nd behind Rockefeller. Now Rockefeller will be coming back and running in the Sham Stakes as one of the Derby points races for January 1st at Santa Anita Park. So Cooke Creek is going to try to bounce back with another win. So with 2 wins and a 2nd, he looks pretty solid. He's fresh, should save ground behind the speed. But there's not a lot of speed in this race, at least it doesn't look that way on paper. Number 2, Unbridled Bomber, 8-1 morning line. Took 4 starts to graduate and looked good breaking the maiden at this distance around 1 turn at Belmont. That was on November 7th. And from the inside post, he went last to first that day. The problem here, first start against winners, a race with not a lot of pace. We'll have to see how he can do, but certainly looking at his pattern, he's improved his speed figures in all 4 starts. Number 3, Ohtwoohthreefive. This one is 7-2 morning line and switching surfaces. Has run 6 times on the turf course with a win, 2 seconds and 2/3. Started the career in a turf sprint and finished 2nd, and then stretched out in distance after that. Was able to break the maiden in a restricted 1 mile turf race at Belmont in the fall, and then last time out, 2nd by a nose in the Central Park Stakes at 1 mile and a 16th on the turf at Aqueduct. Just a question of, can he get enough pace help, and will he handle the main track? Number 4, Rumble Strip Run, 30-1 morning line, and he's one that could get involved in the pace. Last time out in a claiming 50,000 at Churchill Downs, he stalked from 4th, that was at 6 furlongs, and he finished 2nd, and the winner of that one came back and won a sprint stakes race. So Rumble Strip Run and some of his other races did show some early speed, and in a race with not a lot of speed, I wouldn't be surprised if this long shot tried to go out there. Number 5, Smarten Up. This one's a 12-1 shot and made nice progress in all 3 starts at Parks. 7 furlongs in the career debut, finished 2nd. A solid 3rd at 1 mile, 2nd time out. And then last time out at 1 mile and 70 yards, tracked the pace. The pace wasn't super quick, and he just took over and he won by 9. And he's going to have to run faster in here to beat a field like this. And even to get the lead might go a little bit faster, but he will probably be forwardly placed because the pace won't be super quick. Number 6, Corvasier. This one is 5-1 morning line, 4 lifetime starts, ran well each time, a win, 2 seconds and a 3rd. They paid $600,000 for this son of Tappet. 3rd in the career debut at 6 furlongs, and then he got better with added ground. 2nd by a length at 1 mile and 70 yards, 2nd time out. Broke the maiden at Delaware Park, and actually missed by a nose at Delaware Park in his 3rd start. Broke the maiden at Aqueduct at 1 mile and an 1/8 last time out, stalking the pace from an outside post. The pace was pretty quick in that race. So he's one that is capable of showing some speed. He should be forwardly placed. We're going to find out how good he is in here. Cutting back a furlong and then cutting back to a 1-turn race could hurt his cause a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was competitive. This is a competitive race. Number 7, Mr Jefferson. He's 9-2 morning line, and he's run twice on turf and he didn't do well. And then in his first 2 dirt races, a maiden race, 6 furlongs at Colonial Downs, he won that one. Optional claiming race at 1 mile and a 16th at Laurel, he won that one. And then his other dirt race was the Grade 2 Remsen at 1 mile and an 1/8 last time. Post 8 in an 8-horse field. Pace was very slow, and he was wide throughout, stalking the pace. He wasn't super close to the pace. He did work his way up to 4th, a length and a half back, with about half at the 4 furlong mark. But after that, he lost ground. He ended up finishing 4th, beating 10 lengths. So the speed kept going in that race. He missed 3rd by a neck, and now he's going to cut back a distance, and that probably helps his cause. Finally, number 8, Hagler, is one that does have some speed. Stuck the pace in the career debut at 5 furlongs. He was clearly second best that day. Then he won his last 2 starts, 6.5 furlongs at Belmont. He chased from second. He pulled clear to win by 4. 7 furlongs at Aqueduct last time. The pace was slow. 5-horse field. He set that pace, and he ended up winning by 1.25 lengths. Now, he was the very heavy favorite in that last race. Had to work a bit harder than you would expect, but he did get the job done. And he drew well here, and he could have a tactical advantage. So there's a lot of different ways to go in here. Hagler certainly could win this race from the outside post. You have Cooke Creek from the inside, saving ground behind the speed. Ohtwoohthreefive, maybe he handles the main track. He could possibly make some noise in here. Or Corvasier, cutting back a furlong. He's one that could do something. But I'm going to go with, as my top choice, Mr. Jefferson. He's my value top choice. He's 9-2. I like the fact that he was 2 for 2 on dirt before the Remsen, and then the Remsen he raced wide. Pace was very slow. Now in this race, the pace could be on the slow side, but I think the shorter distance is going to help. He reconnects with his winning rider, Michael Sanchez, and maybe he can work out a better trip and pull off a mild upset in the Jerome Stakes. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and that will wrap up this video. I'll be back and I'll be taking a look at the other 2 Kentucky Derby points races for January 1st. Until then, good luck at the races.